A luxurious apartment with swimming pools, gyms, landscape gardens, child's play area, business lounges, and much more. A place where residents will call home and investors will reap their rewards. The time to invest is now. Join us.
Ushers, please, we're about to start. Can you let everyone on the foyer know that we're about to start? Thank you.
Contact us today and secure your place in the future of luxury living at the Pantheon by GMH Luxury. Welcome to the future of luxury living, where opportunity is not louder than ever before. Welcome to the Pantheon by GMH Luxury, the perfect canvas for all your real estate investment dreams to come to life. Right here, right now, history is in the making. As we speak, the Pantheon has risen magnificently, a testament to innovation, quality, and unwavering commitment. Behind every brick, every beam, and every blueprint lies an opportunity waiting to be seized. And that opportunity is yours for the taking. Situated in the heart of Lekki Phase 1, the Pantheon is more than just a building. It's an investment hotspot, surrounded by bustling neighborhoods, thriving businesses, and key landmarks. This is where your investment potential truly shines. But why invest in the Pantheon? The answer is simple: opportunity and potential. Our track record speaks for us. Your investment grows stronger, your returns more promising. Picture this: a luxurious apartment with swimming pools, gyms, landscape gardens, child's play area, business lounges, and much more. A place where residents will call home and investors will reap their rewards. The time to invest is now. Join us on this amazing journey of success, prosperity, and growth. Together,
welcome to the GCC 4. It is called the God Made Connector 4. In here we have the biggest living space of a 3-bedroom apartment in Lekki Phase 1. No developer comes close, no development company will give you this. It sits on about 260 square meters per unit. And I'm confident to say this to you because you can measure, you can look at it and go around and see what the market is offering, and you see for a certain that indeed we offer the biggest in size. And everything is thoughtfully designed with you in mind. The kitchen area is over 40 square meters, so everything is fitted. Your microwave, your oven, your electric cooker, your washing machine, your dishwasher. You have a fully kitted kitchen. So welcome to the Grace Court 2. It is a 5-bedroom, 7-34 voice quarters. We have
the emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Hey! Zabu, zabu, bringing back. The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion. The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zabu, zabu, the emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Zabu, zabu,
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you. Please, we're about to start. May we please rise up for the national anthem. Media, thank you. But just to remind you that we have a new national anthem. So if you have not learned it before now, there might be a little problem. So we'd like our pianist to lead us as we all sing.
If you know it, sing. If you don't know it, God will help you. All right.
Hold on, that key is too high. Bring it down.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll all start it together. Are you ready? At the count of 3, we'll start saying Nigeria we hail thee. That's the beginning. So it's not a rise of compassion. Yeah. Nigeria we hail thee. 1, 2, 3, let's say it.
Nigeria we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. We now take the second stanza of the national anthem, which is our pledge. And of course, it is a national prayer. O God of creation, 1, 2, go. God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our lead us right, help our youth the truth to know. In love and honesty to grow and live in just and true. Great lofty heights attain to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. Amen. Please put your hands together for yourselves.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the organizers of this event, would like to apologize first of all for not starting early. It was due to the fact that we didn't have a good number of people, because we have been ready since. We're just ready for you to be ready so we can start. But really and truly, we apologize. I'd like to quickly introduce myself, and of course, our MC will also introduce himself. I go by the name Olariwaju Gregory, aka Larry J, also known as MC Larry J, and I'll be one of your MCs for today. Thank you.
And of course, my name is Ben Dodo Oche. Ladies and gentlemen, you are very much welcome. Please turn to your right and to your left. Look at the person sitting closest to you. Just tell the person your name and tell the person you are looking very good. But please say it in your language, not in English. Say it in your language, please. Tell them how good they are looking. Thank you. Your Excellencies, stakeholders in the housing sector, investors here present, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today to celebrate excellence. We're here to celebrate innovation, to celebrate what has been done in the past and what is to be done in the future. If you're happy to be a part of greatness, please jam your hands together for yourselves. We will start by recognizing some important guests here present, and over to Larry J to do us the honors of introducing some of our special guests.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in no particular order, I would like to quickly introduce to us a royalty in the house. Please, if your hands are not busy, help me put your hands together for Prince Adeoye Akintoye. A round of applause for him. That's Arabian's president.
Also help me recognize the presence of the President, Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, Mr. Nathaniel Atevije. Please a round of applause for him.
And also help me recognize the presence of Ambassador Elijah Oyagba. A round of applause for him, please. That's our immediate past Nigerian ambassador to Burundi and board member of AIHS. Thank you so much for coming. One more time, everyone, put your hands together for him.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, we want to recognize the presence of Prince Dapo Adelegon. He is an icon in advertising right here in Nigeria. Please, a round of applause for him.
All right, to take us forward like this, we would like to recognize the presence of other people in our midst, and we still have a long list, but we want to do it when they are here. We don't want to recognize their presence while they're absent. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me turn to the person beside you and just tell them you are welcome. No, I need you to do this, man, in your face. Tell your neighbor, say you are welcome. No, now repeat after me. Say neighbor, you are welcome. Say neighbor, you are looking good. Say neighbor, before the end of this year, I will be richer than you. Make sure you're not saying that to your sponsor, it will affect you.
Ladies and gentlemen, talking about sponsors, one man's idea, one man's creativity, one man's innovation has brought us here today. And we're talking about no other but the MD and CEO of GMH Luxury, Mr. Ayolariwaju Kuyebi. Please, a round of applause. You can give him a standing ovation if you please. Let us celebrate this man doing great things in Nigeria, changing the real estate sector for good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for that warm welcome. He is a man with a passion to give you value for your money. Ladies and gentlemen, also I want us to recognize the presence of Modukbe Shonola. She is the Chief Operating Officer of the GMH company. Please, a round of applause for her.
You know, one of the things I love about GMH is the fact that the people who are holding the strongest positions, they don't even look like it facially. Trust me, if you find Mr. Ayolaraju on Okada, you will not know he's our MD. And good to see you again, sir. Good to see you again. I've known you since, but you did not know me. You did not know that I know you. I've been seeing your pictures, and I even saw you this morning before I saw you this morning. But ladies and gentlemen, one more time, I believe he deserves a round of applause. Help me put your hands together for me. Thank you so much for your simplicity. Thank you so much for passing good message across in the most dynamic way. Thank you for being a fantastic quintessential at what you do. Thank you so much. God bless you. And to take us further in this, we will invite a very special and dear person to us.
Want to recognize the presence of the Chief Financial Officer of GMH. Ladies and gentlemen, Olushola Afolabi. A round of applause for him.
He's doing well in his position, he's functioning. So that's why he's not sitting down. That's, yeah.
All right, I just saw some of our special guests walk in. Please help me recognize the presence of Dr. Roland Ibinoba, the MD and founder of Fison Housing Company. Please, a round of applause for this gentleman doing great things also. Also with us here is Abdul Hakim Huthman, MD CEO Hydroform Nigeria Group. Please, a round of applause for him. You're welcome, sir. I also want to recognize the presence of Architect J.B. Antonio, former Managing Director of the Lagos State Property Company. Please, a round of applause for him. We'll take more recognitions when they come in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, to take us forward in this, I'd like to invite to the microphone a very special person. Someone with a very soft voice. Ladies and gentlemen, at this beautiful event, if you look around, we need all of your attention at every given time. Not because we intend to pass the wrong message across or we don't want you distracted, but because every word that will be said on at this event is very important to all of us. And to take us further in this, it is my honor and my singular honor to make welcome our CEO in person of Ms. Modukbe. A round of applause for her.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning everyone. Before I go further to address us, I'd like to recognize the presence of our one and only CEO of Savant Integrated Corporate Limited, in person of Mrs. Oluyemi Shonobi. I'd like to recognize him, ma'am. We will know why I have to do that later. All right, so good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome us to this great event. It's so nice having everyone around here, industry giants, nation builders, all seated here. I can smell the glitz and all. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. We are Lagos based, but we have moved fully to Abuja. And it's so nice to have, we have acclimatized to the Abuja weather. Let me say that. So the story of GMH is that of perseverance, persistence, resilience, and innovation. We are gathered here today and a few other days, because we are here for about 3 days, to showcase the GMH Luxury collections, what we've done in the past, what we are presently doing, our challenges, our milestones, our challenges, and where we are headed. We have a very big picture ahead of us. I just want us to stay glued and see how we are unveiling one of the best projects that you would ever imagine could happen in Nigeria. I just want us to welcome us. Thank you so much for coming around. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe she deserves a round of applause. One more time, please celebrate her. And also, I quickly want to recognize MD CEO, Crown Allied, in person of Dr. Badiwale Amos Kayode. A round of applause for him. Thank you very much for coming. Now we'll then move on to the goodwill message. This is the part where we're calling out some very special people in our midst. Of course, we are all special, but this set of people just represent the rest of us. They'll be coming forward to say a few things about us, so those who do not know us would actually have good knowledge about us. So we don't need to start blowing our own trumpet. Let others do it for us. When they say you're a good person, it's not you that you say you're a good person. Let other people say how good you are. So ladies and gentlemen, to take us to this next agenda, which is the goodwill message, I would like to invite the President, Nigerian Institute of Town Planning, in the person of Mr. Nathaniel Atebije. A round of applause for him, Mr. Nathaniel. Okay. We'll just move on to the next person because I am not sure he's around right now. I'll be calling on our president, like I introduced before, in person of Renan President, in person of who is also a prince. Put your hands together for Prince Adewale Akintoye. A round of applause for him. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to just stand on the existing protocol. I represent the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria. My face looks very new, right? Because I'm a brand new president. So we are quite happy to associate ourselves with GMH. You guys are doing great. I've been glued to your project, and I can see a lot of delightful developments, and I want to encourage you to sustain it. So it's a welcome development in providing alternative destination for superior realization. I think that's what this project is about. And you know, it's painful when you have money and you don't have a place to spend your money. That is a big challenge for some people now. So GMH is solving great problem, providing valuable solution for some people, so that we don't have to be in a hurry to rush to those islands in the Caribbean. So what we are rushing there to do, that is exactly what they are putting together here in Nigeria. And you know, Nigeria is quite rich, versatile, and innovative. So what we are doing fits into one of our strategic focus in Redam, where innovation and technology is giving superior attention. You will all agree with me that this project is innovative, isn't it? That's it. If it's innovative, please kindly clap for GMH. It's quite innovative, and I believe that when you see the unveiling and you experience it, you will know that it's quite innovative. And I know that there is going to be powerful technology that will be put behind this, driving it, you know. And even though it's a luxury destination, please, I just want to appeal that you find a way to accommodate the medium class people to experience part of the luxury. Even if they cannot buy your accommodation, but there will be a way for them to go on tour with family, to cruise around and experience the luxury. You know, when God is blessing your neighbor, it's already in your neighborhood. So let them just be part of that neighborhood of luxury. You know, I remember when I was a young boy, I attended law school in Lagos, and when I see those developments, I used to tell my friends, I say, one day I'm going to buy one of these properties. And the guy would say, he would tell me, your mouth is too big. I said, but I'm just saying what I want to do. So some of those prayers, God have really answered. So GMH kindly consider that. So Redan is there to support and to lend our weight to this project. We are going to be part of it. We are going to endorse it. And Barrister Adebayo has spoken so much about the project and about the personality of the MD. And we are quite glad and we appreciate the project and the people putting everything together, and we are going to be part of it. So I'm using this opportunity to call all players in the sector to join Redan. Redan is your voice. It's an advocacy group. When Lagos State come with their bill and they hammer GMH, GMH may not be able to talk, but Redan can say something on your behalf. Right?
Yes.
So Redan is your voice. It's your voice. The Nigerian Labour Congress, they are now advocating for higher salary. But if a director in Ministry of Finance should go and visit the minister and say, I want higher pay, you know they will sack him. But the Nigerian Labour Congress as a group representing the workers, they can advocate on behalf of their members. And that is what Redan stand for. We stand for advocacy, we stand for transparency, we stand for innovation, we stand for prosperity, and we stand for sustainability. And I can assure you that you are going to be seeing a lot of visibility about your association, and I can assure you that you are going to enjoy the new dispensation of advocacy that is happening in Redan. Also, I can assure you that very soon, Redan is going to become professionalized. And when we get professionalized, I believe that we will do better things together. Together, we can move this industry forward. Congratulations to GMH, congratulations to all of us, and thank you for not taking the money abroad. You are putting the money here, you are creating jobs here, you are boosting the GDP here. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, I believe this is our round because that's our president, Redan. Thank you so much. Thank you. And while he was saying something, lots of things was coming. When he said the middle class people and they too, they should be part of this. Even I feel like when it's all opened, everybody will be a part of it. And like you have said, when you were telling your friend that one day you will buy this house, and that friend did not believe you. In case you are here, once they start showing it, just be telling yourself, I'll buy. So after, it won't take long before you buy. What you say is what you get. Say it and you will get it. That's the way it is. That's why I keep encouraging you. Keep telling your friends how great Nigeria is, so it will be great. Because if you keep downplaying it, it will be going down more and more. Ladies and gentlemen, it's such an honor to be here. And it is my honor to introduce to you a man that needs no introduction, a man who's created too long to list. He has changed so many lives, not just with words of his mouth, but also with his resources. Ladies and gentlemen, help me put your hands together for our MD CEO, GMH Lottery. Please put your hands together as I make welcome to the microphone, Mr. Ayo Ayawaju. A round of applause for him.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much
your presence this morning. It's quite amazing that we put it together in a very short while, and despite the fact that we are not Abuja based, we have you around. Thank you so much. So I'll be talking about what we call GMH advantage, and before I delve into that, I want the media team to put up a film documentary how GMH started. Then I will speak to you. Please, the media team, let's have GMH documentary.
This is the audacious story of a company that goes from a modest 570,000 naira to a business valuation of over 50 billion naira in 15 tenacious years. In the bustling heart of Nigeria's real estate market, one visionary company has not just built homes but dreams, continuously redefining what high-yielding real estate investment means to our people. This is the journey of GMH Luxury, a client-oriented real estate development firm that has emerged triumphant through enriching investors. Known for our commitment to quality, Geostruct quickly built a reputation for delivering reliable and sturdy foundations for multi-billion-dollar projects across Nigeria. Although they didn't have the big name, but everyone knew they could trust them for foundational work that stood the test of time. In 2015, with a capital of 370 million naira, a proceed of hard-earned savings from very successful projects undertaken by Geostruct Consults Limited, the MD of GMH Luxury, Ayo Olariwaju Kuyebi, embarked on a new chapter of his journey.
The first time the idea of development comes into my head, I was actually sitting on the wheelbars on site without any savings. And I spent it out correctly like 2014 I went to start a development company.
Partnering with a fellow engineer and friend, they set their sights on a groundbreaking project that changed the landscape of Bagada.
I'm glad I met him. I'm glad that our friendship over the years have worked.
Within the confines of a rented apartment's garage, the blueprint for GMH's flagship project, the God-Made Connect Court 1, began to take shape. GMH Luxury's first major project, God-Made Connect Court 1, reshaped the skyline of Bagada. They built the first 5 stories apartment building in an area where developers only built fully detached, semi-detached houses and terrace. Our 3-bedroom flats sold off-plan for 20 million naira, and within 2 years, its value was more than 3 times the initial price. After the successful completion of GMH's flagship project, Ayo Olariwaju faced a significant challenge that tested his core beliefs and integrity. He had to cancel 2 projects back-to-back, resulting in the loss of over 1 billion naira.
Our Elizabeth Grace Court project in Magodo, 11 of terraces, we've had to cancel as a result of environmental factor which is beyond our control. If you know Magodo Phase 2 very well, there is Magodo Phase 2 and there is Magodo Brooks. The difference between these 2 estates is a canal passing through, cutting Magodo Phase 2 from Magodo Brooks. And all of a sudden, the middle canal was covered and our project was at the receiving end. Instead of us to create an estate that is perennially flooded, because it's a taking time bomb, so we had to demolish the 11 units, even at first stage of finishing. And in the process, we lost over 270 million. I think that was not enough. Our government connected 2 projects are experiencing differential settlement, and we had to do what they call underpinning. Because we are not satisfied with what we have delivered, In recent time, we had to cancel the project and ensure that all the stakeholders are adequately taken care of, because we have resolved that no one will put their money in GMH and lose their investment.
This resilience led to the delivery of stunning luxurious apartment buildings across the highbrow areas of Lagos, solidifying GMH Luxury's reputation. Building on our initial success, GMH Luxury launched the Elizabeth Grace Court 1, EGC1, Elizabeth Grace Court 2, EGC2, and Godmade Connect Court 3, GCC3.
We were able to build the biggest flat in Lekki. There is no way you can pass through where those projects are located that you are going to miss them, that are going to be lost in the crowd. There are projects that stand tall and stand out in their respective location.
Each project not only sold out quickly, but also significantly appreciated and valued within a short time frame. EGC2 initially priced at 650 million naira, at secondary market sold at 1.2 billion naira. The top construction and high demand of this project paved the way for the Esplanade 6 located in Osborne 2, Ikoyi. Meanwhile, GCC3 remains the most sought-after 3-bedroom flat in Lekki, inspiring further development like the Pantheon, Plaza Duquel, and Harbour Heights. Today, GMH Luxury stands as a beacon of success with a business valuation of over 50 billion naira, valued to be 120 billion naira by 2030. Our journey from a small startup to a real estate powerhouse is a testament to our vision and dedication.
From the very value of failure to the mountaintop of success, that is the trajectory story of GMH.
Introducing Damaris Resort, the newest subsidiary of GMH Luxury Group. Damaris offers investors opportunities to tap into the wealth of the hospitality sector using GMH and Damaris as the channel.
We deliver projects that are bragging address.
With Damaris, we're set to change the norm in the industry by offering investors unparalleled ROI. The idea is simple. We want to help investors tap into the wealth of the hospitality sector while offering a sense of security that is stronger than the conventional. The story of GMH Luxury is one of resilience, innovation, and unwavering commitment to excellence. From 570,000 naira to over 50 billion naira, GMH Luxury continues to redefine the real estate landscape in Nigeria.
Hey guys, I'm Iron Kuyebi, the MD of GMH Luxury. We are just getting started.
Thank you so much. That is the trajectory story of GMH. I hope the documentary was able to do justice to the story. So, as we are gathered here today, I just want us to have some sort of reflection on what our state is in this part of the world. There is a fact that money within the Jewish community revolve around the community 12 times. Within the Indian community, 10 times. Within the Black African community, less than 1 time. So that implies that we are constantly exporting jobs that is meant to increase the capacity and the economic vibrance of our nation. And that is why GMH is not just doing the talking. We are doing the walking of the talking. And talking about the GMH advantage, we were first at very many instances. First at very many instances. I could proudly say, if we are not the only development company that had to cancel 2 projects back to back, I'm still standing up to this very moment without no litigation, no single litigation, and no litigation. It's an advantage not to only the brand, but to the investors that have entrusted their money into our hands. We were the first to do an apartment building in Bagada, in Lagos. And we were sold out. We were sold out. We were the first. We can say that in Lekki today, an environment, I mean Lekki Phase 1 an environment, we have the biggest flat in Lekki. For people that know much about housing, we have 245 square meters of a 3-bedroom flat in Lekki. A property that will broke ground after COVID in 2020, and it was sold for 45 million. And by the end of 2022, even with the devaluation as at that time, the property closed out sales at 140 million. One of the GMH advantage is the fact that what you order and what you get eventually, what you get is far better in terms of expectation. It surpasses the expectation of our subscribers that trust us enough to put their hard-earned resources into our hands. And that shows in the premium sales of these properties. It's also noteworthy to know that the rental value as of 2022 in Lekki Phase 1 and environment for a 3-bedroom flat is around 3-4 million as at that time. But this property, upon completion, was able to do 8 million per annum. It's highly sought after. And we've gone ahead. Currently, we are doing 5 blocks of this same property. GMH is also the first to do a 4-bedroom maisonette in the heart of Ikoyi, which is Parkview Estate. A 4-bedroom maisonette. As at the time the project was consummated, that was in 2019, even the estate shut us down for 9 months. That there is no way, despite all of the approval documents from all regulatory bodies and all, that the estate is standing against it. But when we finish the project, the head of environmental unit in the estate had to call me and say, we thought you want to devalue our estate with your development, but this is now a major landmark in their estate, and it has increased the value of the estate. And that was the story of our Elizabeth Grace Court 1. Today, we want to talk about another advantage. But before I will go into it, I want us to know the Nigeria undercapitalized potential as far as tourism is concerned. Nigeria has the longest beachfront in West Africa, and we are ranked the 7th in terms of tourist tickets. Can you see it? We have the longest beachfront. The most beautiful beachfront in West Africa is Nigeria. Nigeria has over 800 kilometers of beachfront. 800 kilometers. And we rank 7th in West Africa. And we are 145 in the world. Number 145 in the world. We are not even among the top 10 countries in Africa. Nigeria is not even among the top 10 in Africa. If a country like Egypt earned from tourist tickets over $11 billion in 2023, and South Africa and Morocco earned about 50% of that, what is stopping us in this country to do something close to to what Egypt is doing because the resources are there. From Lagos to Adamawa to Enugu to Abia, there are in every state of this country there are tourist sites that is either not developed or overly undercapitalized or badly managed even after it was developed, like the case of Tinapa. So, for people that globetrot, that travel all around the world for vacation, Nigeria are among the most traveled people in the world. There is no country in this world that you will not see in Nigeria. I've not seen the country. There is no country I have traveled to that I don't see in Nigeria. No country. So if that is the case, that means there is a huge potential for tourism market in this country. If a country like Jamaica, a country like Mexico, that has a diverse security issues that is even worse than our country, they are earning. I know this summer, I know the numbers will be alarming by the time the data comes out from people that will travel to Cancun in Mexico. Outside the shore of this resort, what do we see? Poverty, violence. But within the resort, what do we see? What battered this was actually a trip I took in 2022. If I had gotten to Zanzibar in the middle of the night, trust me, I would think they were planning to kidnap me. Because a trip from the airport to my resort reminded me of a trip to my own village. Untarred road, cow crossing the road, mud houses. I said, what have I put my hand into? But you know, to my amazement, when I got to the resort, I did not see a single black. I did not see a single black. I saw Europeans. The Swedish, the British, the Dutch, the Indians, and the Arabians. Those were the people I saw. I look at the only thing that is spectacular about the place is the beachfront. And that's why beaches is the lifeblood of water tourism. And we have that in abundance in this country. From the airport to the resort, I had to tell the driver to take me around Zanzibar City. Let me even see. I could not see a building that is up to 5 stories. 2022. Imagine taking a trip even from Abuja International Airport to the city center. You're going to see a lot of beautiful landmarks. The road network, the office complex, the underlying mountain around the roads, you know, encasing the horizon. If it is from Lagos International Airport, Murtala International Airport, you will see a lot of beautiful landmarks. Even our top mainland bridge is under-celebrated. It's a tourist destination. It's a major landmark. You cannot even go to the bridge and see when the bridge is built. There is no information like that. And these are things that is best celebrated. You go to London and get to London Bridge. There is somebody there ready to give you all the information. Down to the contractors, when it was built, the number of labor that was used, everything. For a fee. For a fee. And tourism has the potential to contribute over 10% to the GDP of Nigeria if all of these tourist sites, if our culture, if our food is adequately showcased to the world. What is the market size of what we are even talking about? The Nigerian tourism market size is about $18.7 billion. $18.7 billion. That's the market size of Nigerian tourism. As of 2021, Nigeria, we boast of over 670,000 hotel beds. That's what we have. As of 2022, the tourism sector is able to contribute about 3.6% to Nigerian GDP, which is about $17.4 billion. And it's also worthy to note that this sector has not experienced any significant improvement since 2017. This is 0.1%. That means the sector is what? Stagnated, if not on the decline. If the statistics for 2023, when it will come in. But guess what? The story of Nigeria and Nigerians are not properly told out there. Are not. The only news you will see about Nigeria is the fraud, the crisis in the northeast, the unrest in the south-south, how you cannot walk freely in the cities of Lagos and Abuja. I was in Abuja 2 weeks ago, and I walk all the way from Adetubu to Ghana. I walk around it around past 12 midnight. You cannot do that in Johannesburg. You dare not do that. And I was walking with my headset on, my two phones were in my hand, and I was not jogging, I was walking past 12 midnight. And I can also do that in major cities in Lagos. I have done it. But out there, the story is you can be kidnapped during the day. Even while walking, why in your car? Why even driving in your car? That you can be kidnapped. That's the story out there. But do you know what tourism and tourist travels will do for this story? It's a cheaper way of selling our country to the world. It's only when people come and experience Nigeria and they see it differently, that is when they begin to talk about it to their friends. And before you know it, it becomes a what? A trend. 30 December now in Lagos is now a trend. It started about 6 years ago. And people are talking about it. People are saving towards December to always come to Nigeria in December, to just come and party. There are over 10 mega shows in Lagos December 2023. And they were all declaring sold out. The ticket alone from those events is in tens of billions. That is to show us that there is a huge potential as far as tourism is concerned, as far as Nigeria is concerned, as far as our population is concerned. There is so much huge advantage for us if we are able to embrace the opportunity in the Nigerian hospitality and the natural resources that is endowed with. And that is why GMH, we are also taking the bull by the horn and want to do something very good, something that has not been done at this scale before. And we are bringing to you this day the marriage resort. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can do better than that. Please, a round of applause for him. Please give him a standing ovation. A young man doing great things. He's not just a developer, he is a structural engineer, a tourist enthusiast, an innovative young man set to redefine luxury living in the Nigerian space. Put your hands together, make it louder please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ayola Lariwaju Kuyebi. He just gave us the advantages of the GMH luxury. And guess what? Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor. GMH luxury It's just getting started. Thank you. Round of applause for yourselves, please. All right. While he was speaking, some special guests walked into the building and we'll just recognize them. Please help me recognize the presence of Mr. Chukwuma Kachi. He's a former Commissioner of Police, retired. Please, a round of applause for him. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we also have with us today the former Commissioner for Fiscal Planning, Lagos State, Town Planner, Toyin Ayinde. Please, a round of applause for him. And we have here present the President of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, Nathaniel Atebije. Please, a round of applause for him. He will not take his seat. We just want to welcome him immediately for his goodwill message, and after that we'll go straight to the unveiling of the Maris Resort. Please, a round of applause.
The management of the Maris Resort, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for us to be here this afternoon to celebrate success and to celebrate greater success of this group. What we have been told is a very, very important part of our profession, that is tourism. Because if we cannot get people to know us or to know the resources we have and to enjoy the blessings of nature and our creative capacities, then we will be, we'll be lost in oblivion. And so it is our pleasure that this is bringing, a ginger into the Nigerian environment to cause people to love their environment, to cause people to enjoy their environment through tourism. Therefore, accept our goodwill, accept our partnership, accept our cooperation, accept our collaboration with this group. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for him, President, Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, Nathaniel Atebije. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the hour has come, the reason why we are here today, the unveiling of the Maris Resort. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call on, once again, the MD and CEO, GMH Luxury, Mr. Ayo Olariwaju Kuyebi. As he comes on stage, he will be inviting those who will be doing this with him, and then we'll go straight to the unveiling. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. So,
Sorry.
I will say this before we go into the unveiling proper, that beyond this event we are doing today, this project has already started. It's not another project that people come for their unveiling and they never get to break ground. And that is why, even as we are going around doing this road show, we have done Lagos, we've done Abuja now. We are going to London, we're doing America as well. So it's worthy to note that this project already have the project board that is being shared by a company that is also first at very many things. The Savant Integrated. And with us, we have, and I'll be highly honored to invite her to the stage, Mrs. Olivia Bishop, the CEO of and Mr. Bolaji Shotunde, the CEO for Savant. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. They were the team responsible for putting together the very first shopping mall in Nigeria, and that's the Palms Mall in Lagos. So, and because of that alignment of purpose, that's why we've humbly requested their presence at this meeting. So, they are in charge of this project. And before I go further, I said something when I started. I said in the Jewish community, their money revolves 12 times. It is also worthy to note that the lead architect that has put this great design we'll be showing you together is also in Nigeria, like you and I. This design was not done in Dubai. It was done by a very young man that I will also invite to the stage, architect Joshua Ansa. He's the project lead architect. So before we go into the unveiling proper, I'll pass the mic to Mr. Bianchoni to say a few words.
Good afternoon. May I stand on existing protocols? Savant is delighted to lead the execution team of a multidisciplinary, very diverse, visionary professionals, as I will call them. Probably about well over half a dozen of them that will bring to fruition what you're about to see. We have great experience in building dreams for people who have unusual ones. He's mentioned the Palm Shopping Center. We also have been able to work with a group in aviation where we build hangars for them, and we do this while these helicopters are in operation, and they have not lost a day of operation while we're working. So we also do a lot of, like I said, specialized work. Oil and gas, we did a health and safety simulated training, fire and drowning training facility with a hostel out in Ogun State. We've worked with the big, we've worked with the small. And no matter what size your dream is, we at Savant put in our best. We put in great commitment to build the dream of our clients. We thank GMH for trusting us to do this. Once again, I must say, I told him that 24 years ago I was in a room similar to this when Mr. Tayo Amusho was presenting his idea of a mall. We were laughed to scorn many times in big banks in this country. And why? We go to the markets, we like to haggle. Why would I go to a mall and see a price and pay it? It's not going to happen. It's not going to succeed. Today, the Palm Shopping Center is the first of, I think, almost 30 other malls in Nigeria. It blazed the trail. And it took a bit of a long time, but we did it. And kudos to Chairman for being persistent, being visionary, and staying his course. I can only pray that GMH, with our help and assistance, and with the help of everyone in this room, that we will also blaze the trail with this golf, spa, and beach resort. Damaris.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. So I will want also the lead architect to say one or two things before we go into the presentation proper.
Good morning, everybody. they say the best way to predict the future is to create it. So we are very grateful for the opportunity and the trust that was placed on us to come on this and deliver, and the hope and trust. And so we are glad that at the end of it, it was a lot of back and forth. In fact, we did 6 distinct designs, 5 that were, by the time we presented, MD will always say, until what we are presenting, and it looks like handing over candy to a kid in front of those we are presenting to, we are not going to activate this project until we got to that phase of that project when we presented, and it did look like that in front of the client before he said yes, now we can flag off. So we want to once again say thank you, and thank you everybody.
Thank you so much, architect. So now the presentation proper. I need the attention of everyone as we showcase the video walkthrough for the Maris. I need all the lights down. I need everybody to be attentive. Please, the media team, let's have the Maris video.
Thank you.
so much, everyone. I always say this to my professional colleague in the gate sector, that there is a particular part of real estate we don't pay attention to. And that particular part of real estate we don't pay attention to is like a bysword in your meat. As small as it is, you can consume the whole meat if it is not properly handled. And that is the legal aspect of real estate. Majority of people don't even know the difference between legal possession of a property and the physical possession of a property. You can physically possess a property and not own the property. You are just a placeholder. So, I will do the honor to bring to the stage the secretary to the board of the marriage, Barrister Adebo Alikilani. And is also the captain of this project. He's representing the board of the marriage on the project. Help me, a round of applause for this. Yes, always. I will be taking this presentation together. After Joshua and Onsa, please come forward as well. So I would like to explain, to go into the presentation proper. The marriage as a project. The first thing first, the marriage is family focused. There are resorts that are for adult only. There are resorts that are kids oriented. The marriage is family focused. That means every member of the family have something to do at this resort. The location of this resort, for people that know Lagos very well, there is Iko Atlantic, there is Takwa Bay, there is Ogugoro Island, there is Inogbe, there is Ilashe and Ibeshe. We are at Ibeshe. It's an island, so you can only get there by boat or by helicopter. So we have 2 helipads as far as this project is concerned. From VI is 15 minutes by boat, from Ikoyi is 20 minutes, and from Lekki is 30 minutes by boat. For in terms of security, the project is within the safe anchorage zone of the country, of our waterfront. And what do I mean by that is the fact that the ship coming into the country, you can see them in the horizon if you are at the location of this property. That implies that our naval gunboat is constantly patrolling the Atlantic Ocean. And the Lagos Lagoon, the marine police are constantly patrolling it. So there has not been an incident of major security breach in this location. I've been there in the morning, in the afternoon, in the middle of the night. Also, to note is the fact that we know our government are responsive, they are not proactive. So they react to situation. So, because people have been asking us largely, oh, what happens to landmark is not going to happen to this project? And the answer is no. Because it's the entry point into our Tinkan port. Except Nigeria has another alternative for Tinkan port, then that is when and only when we can lose our Atlantic beach front as far as this project is concerned. We are working with all of the agencies put together to ensure the marriage have all the certification and the documentation that will guarantee the investment of the investing public. So we are working with NIWA, we are working with Ministry of Environment, we are working with Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, we are working with Physical Planning in Lagos, we are working with Lagos State Building Control Agency on this project. Every single one of them are on this project, and they are all endorsing this project. So, Allah, the media team, can I have the brochure, the marriage brochure, please? The marriage brochure, and take it to the layout. Okay, good. So on one side is the lagoon, on the other side is the Atlantic Ocean. So if you notice, to the upper part of the resort, very close to the Lagos Lagoon, where we have the gentle water, is where you can do all your water sports, kayaking, jet skiing, and whatever you can do them there. We have the welcome center and the security post, and to the down part of it, we have the basketball court, we have the lawn tennis clay court and grass court. We have the children's play area, and we have the staff quarters. And towards the middle of it, we have what they call the village rotunda. Every resort, there has to be a reflection of the culture of the people. It has to be the reflection of the culture of the people. So we want people to come in here and experience how our life being made, how the fura de lomo, the tuwo, the pounded yam, our egusi, ukwobi, pepper soup are being made. So there is what we call village rotunda. The village rotunda is where you come to experience the African food and how it's being made. You can see it being literally being prepared. Then to the upper part of it is where we have the exotic animal stable, where we have the donkey, the ostrich, the peacock, and other animals, other exotic animals. And to the back of it is where we have the practicing range for golf and the botanical garden. Because this is a 2-in-1 resort, there is a golf resort, a 9-hole golf resort. So I'll still get there. Then we have the clubhouse. Then we have the 1- and 2-bedroom loft apartment. Then we have the villas. Then there is a village spa, a Moroccan style spa, even within the resort. So you can see that there is something for the kids, there is something for the men, and also there is something for the ladies, for their deep tissue massage, for whatever skin treatment they want to do. It can be done at this resort. So the second phase of this is the golf club. The golf club is a 9-hole golf course, a conference center, a private meeting room, and as well as a green exclusive villas. Majority of international hotel brands, they don't want to come to Nigeria. And one of the major factors why they don't want to come is the cost of energy. So this project is going to, we are deploying green energy in terms of wind and solar. So at 20-25% occupancy rate, they will rely solely on the wind and the solar energy to power every of the gadgets that we are going to have within the. So that is the kind of value engineering the services engineers are bringing into the project. So as to make the project very, very viable. So I will allow the architect to take us through the details of the villas, the clubhouse, and other facilities that are present here. So thank you.
Thank you, MD. He already mentioned most of it. He has gone through the design process as much as we did. It was through all parts of it. So I will just rush through it briefly, so as not to bore you with technical details. So what we have the villas. They are more on the high end. We have 3 types of them. We have the 4-bedroom fully detached, which are solely on the golf course. So they are solitude villas for executive meetings and people who want very private vacations. And then we have the 3- and 4-bedroom villas, which are like semi-detached, 2-in-1. Some are 3 bedrooms, some are 4 bedrooms. All come with their own infinity pools on their second floors. And then we have the 1-2-bedroom chalets. It's more of a party place for a group coming for a vacation, so everybody can be in one place. And then at the same time, you can have your own privacy, your own convenience. You can stay away from the group, and then the whole group can still gather when they need to be. So we also have that one. Then we have the clubhouse. It's a bit of everything. It has the ankle store. Say you come in with because we are also a family-oriented place. It comes with a clinic, with a church, with a mosque in the bit. It comes with a presidential suite. It comes with ankle stores. Say you come with your baby and you run out of milk, it's something you get there. Say white come, there's going to be a bit of every culture, the Yoruba cap, the Hausa, the Igbo, something of every culture they can also buy and take back. We have a clubhouse, a fully fitted clubhouse. We have gentlemen's club. We have a gym. We have over 7 restaurants in the entire resort. Also, we have a traditional ground where our family will come back to that. It's going to be a bit of activities that showcases all cultures in this country, and when you'll be notified as to when you travel, you know they always have a program of activities. As to this time, this is what is performing, this is what we're doing. So we have a ground for that. It's the same ground that are being shared with the animals, the camels, the peacocks. And we also have several serenity lakes. If you look at this is the spa. So to create a cocoon for it, we created it on its own artificial lake. So it's going to come with koi fishes and just its own sound. Some of the grasses, in fact, we plan them to be artificial. So they come with their own lights and their own sound. It's just something we just also. Okay, then the village bar. This is the animal stable. We also have connecting bridges and also private cocoons, which serves as a library and a healing garden at the top, most of the chalets. Also, we now decided to include a destination wedding foyer. It's on the ends of our clubhouse, where you are facing the Atlantic Ocean and then you are facing the Lagos Lagoon, and then you are seeing the entirety of the resort. And it's something to come through this. We did, apart from case studies, we did an entire retreat on the whole estate to see what we have. We traveled, we see what everyone has and what we want to bring into this as a whole. And that is how we're able to curate the Demaris Resort. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, I want Barrister Adebowale Kilani to come and tell us how this will impact the local community, where this will be cited, the impact, and the impact of Nigeria at large. Thank you so much, Mr. Adebowale.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad to be here. And G.R.D. Kelani Chimba, we are glad to be in partnership with GMH. I can say for a fact that GMH, I think one of the most important things, because we lawyers don't talk too much, we allow documents to speak for ourselves. But now they want me to even talk about the business angle of it and the potentials of tourism investment and how this would also help the Nigerian economy. But I must say that GMH over the years have always kept to the books when it comes to legal documentation, approvals, and all that. The firm of G.R.D. Kelani Chambers have been around for over 56 years, and so we won't be part of a project we are not sure that they will be able to deliver, so to speak. So, okay, going straight to the community or the benefits to this, to the general economy. Tourism, like I said, in fact, tourism is part of, or not part, there are many countries in the world whereby the major economic state or major economic potentials for them is tourism. So, and Nigeria is tapping into that because we have lots to deliver on. How this will help, it will include community development. Now, this community will be well developed. People will have opportunity to visit Nigeria and see other tourism potentials and tourism sites in Nigeria. This will also help the employment sector of the economy. Here we have over about direct employment will be over 600 when this project is completed, we'll have over 600 thereabouts direct employment, and indirect employment, we'll leave that to your imagination. Also, for the entertainment aspect of it, you will have a lot of entertainers, and also this will boost the entertainment industry, so to speak. So also for the growth of the country as a whole, our GDP would actually also impact, as it has gone over the numbers. So you would see that there will be a lot of money and foreign earnings coming to Nigeria. Also, we'll also identify the potentials of also exporting our culture, from our foods, local materials, and all that would also help. So coupled with a lot of things with that, the resort will have an everyday activities. So whoever comes to the resort will be able to know we have these 10 activities on the way to resort, and you can actually choose which of the activities you want to be part of. So like I said, it will really help the economy, because for every foreign visitor coming in, we'll be able to also see some other sites in Nigeria. So those are the few things that we'll be able to, we won't be able to go into or expatiate a lot more on that, so that we don't bore you with. But I must say, and I think I must say that I would want to congratulate everyone here, because you guys are not just part of the journey, you guys are history made. What do I mean by that? We have everybody who is in this room documented. So we have what we call the Demaris history book, which will come into light. So you have to celebrate yourself. Everywhere. So we are documented, so that, because the journey, and we have to speak to this journey, and we have to make also allow other people know how we came, how we started, and where we're coming from, and where we've reached. I think that will be enough. Thank you.
So now to the unveiling proper. Thank you so much for granting us your listening here. So to join me on stage for the proper unveiling in no particular order is President Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, Mr. Nathaniel Atebije. Also to join me is Mr. Festus Dubai, convener AIHS, the biggest in Nigeria. Please come forward, sir. Also to join me on the stage is the former Commissioner of Physical Planning in Lagos State, Mr. Tony Aide. Also the President of Redan, Prince. Please join me on stage. Mr. Akim Oguniro, one of the leading brands in the real estate sector. Please join us on the stage. Thank you so much. Let me tell you what we'll be doing. And also to join us on the stage is Prince Dakwade Lego. So it's history in the making. What?
No, lady.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay, Mrs. Yemi Oluyemi, please come up on stage. You are Cyprus in Lagos. Mrs. Modugashola, please come up on stage. Please come up on stage. Please come up on stage. Thank you so much for the observation, sir. Thank you so much. So basically, what we're doing is the unveiling of the marriage. Can we have it placed where people can see them? So they will sign on it. They are going to sign on it. And this will be framed and placed at the reception of the marriage when it's completed. So when people come there, they see the people that believe from the beginning of the journey of the marriage. These are the people that put their signature on the sand of time, because it will be there as long as the result exists. So please, let's put our hands together for the people that will be doing that. Thank you so much. Camera, please. Yes, on the rostrum. Thank you. The stage is better. So that people can see as they are putting their signature on it. So, I'll go from here. From the president of the TPL, they plan the city and they plan the villages. Do the honors. Thank you so much. So, we'll go together. Yeah, from the back. So, go stay over there, sir. While we're ready. So, please, little by little. Yes, thank you.
It's upside down. It's upside
So we give you the virus.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together.
Your name and signature, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Over to you, sir. Your name and signature.
Sir, wherever you going to,
The signature.
sir, whichever you go.
Your name and your signature, sir. So that when your children and your grandchildren come, they see that okay, daddy lived this dream. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
A round of applause, ladies.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Adibara, sir. Praise, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Martin, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Mr. So, Professor Adenago, we are still expecting you, sir. We are still expecting you. Thank you so much. God bless you, sir. Let's go ahead, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Prince Adenago, sir. You're next.
Thank you so much, sir.
Right on our compass.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Antonio John, sir. Thank you so much, sir. For sure, for sure. Thank you so much, sir. Parents Akilani, please come forward. Thank you so much. Please go ahead and put your signature, please. This will not be complete without the lead architect, so please come forward and come and sign your work.
A round of applause for our lead architect.
Thank you so much.
Wow. You are the only one that can do it. Every other person wrote in place. You write something.
Thank you so much, everyone. I will also do the honor saying I witness. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's gather around for a group photograph. Thank you so much.
We'll just gather here and face the other way while this remains here. Oh, okay, let's climb up there.
Why don't let's be around it. Let's go. It's not a political stage, so don't worry, it's going to support your weight.
Alright. You can't fall down. Yeah. Don't worry, you can't fall down, especially if you're a Christian. You shouldn't be afraid of falling. Because the Bible says the righteous shall fall 7 times. So let's start counting. Yes. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the marriage resort. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for having the good information. Thank you for even coming at all. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for them. We just witnessed the official unveiling of the marriage resort.
Wow. And ladies and gentlemen, one of the most interesting things about this that I really enjoy is the location. Is the location for me. I love the location. The reason why I'm loving the location is because those that are living in Ikoyi, they have Ikoyi to themselves. Those that are living in the heart of Lekki, because Lekki is different from Lekki. Ladies and gentlemen, Lekki is different from Lekki. Those that know. Ibeju Lekki is not Lekki. If you have passed Abraham Adesanya, you are not in Lekki, you are in another state. But to go to the glory of God, this resort is not far from my house. The house that that the person that sold it to me. He told me, Larry, don't worry, you are not far from Dangote. He did not tell me it's the refinery he's talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, as I speak to you, me and my house, we are in long distance relationship. We are not close to each other at all. The house is not close to me, I'm not close to you. And please, I beg you, I love it when we are all gathered here, hearing good information about what is about to happen. Because I have fallen victim of Lagos State so many times. And in fact, hearing about the company itself, the first building was in Gbagada. I remember my own first building, the place I first rent house is in Gbagada. And then they moved to Lekki, me too, I moved to Lekki. So, this one that you are moving to, this is where my house is now. It's not because this thing is, you need to know where your life is aligned. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I'm saying this is because I will just share you a very short story. Please, I beg you, this story will help everybody here. I'm begging you, whatever thing you want to do in Lagos. In Abuja, I don't know how it works, but in Lagos, if you want to buy a car, most of you here you are big. When I wanted to buy my first car, as you're looking at me, I'm a big boy. But it's not showing yet. It will soon show. By the time I buy, I don't know if it's for sale, but I will buy. I'll buy. Since they happen from Bagada to Lekki to this place, who am I? Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I'm saying this, my first car was a Prado. I gave it out. I'm a big boy like that. I've given out cars. Oh, sorry, car. That's the only one I gave out. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to buy my first car. I was saving. A young guy who wants to buy a first car. I saved 2 million naira. My friend that is living in Ikorodu in Lagos, he told me, Larry, how much do you have now? I said, I have 2 million. He said, you are proud. I said, for my first car. I said, I told him I want to buy a Toyota Camry, Tokumbo. He said, no, for a first car, that he has somebody that can send me a brand new Tokumbo. Ladies and gentlemen, if you hear brand new and Tokumbo in the same sentence, just know that that's Satan telling you, I'm here. Say brand new Tokumbo. I say, what is the meaning of brand? He said, don't worry, come to my area in Ikorodu, you will see it and buy it. 1 million naira, you find the car. I say, I don't want anything stolen. No, I cannot write statements. He said, Larry, don't worry, I have you. Next day, 5 a.m., this guy called me. He was like, Larry, where are you? I said, I'm in my house. He said, start coming. I said, why? He said, I found a car for you. I said, which one? He said, it's a Toyota too. I said, which one? He said, come first. Come and see it first. I saw it. By the time we got there, they covered this car with tarpaulin. They put yellow jerrycan on top. Please, I beg you. Again, when you want to buy a car and they put yellow jerrycan on top, it is a sign of your village people saying, we are living here. As I saw the yellow jerrycan, I said, remove it. The guy said, don't worry, tell me what you want to pay first. By the time they removed the tarpaulin, ladies and gentlemen, it was a Prado. I told my friend that 1 million naira Prado. Me, I'm not doing that. I'm not seeing where they sell Prado for 1 million. He said, don't worry, the owner is in a hurry, he wants to relocate. I said, where is he coming from? He says he's from Canada, he's going back to Canada. I said, so why is he selling the car? He said, that he just wants to sell the car. I said, where is the owner? I saw the owner. My friend told, he said, Larry, don't talk. I kept quiet. He went to meet the owner. He said, please, we cannot pay 1 million. We will pay you 450. Me, the person that want to buy car, say, guy, for Prado, 450,000. That's how the person say, okay, bring 800. He said, lie, there is 450 will pay. Me, and I said, I'll add 50K to it, I'll pay 500. That's how I gave them 500,000 naira cash. Ladies and gentlemen, I still had 1.5 million in my account. I said, thank God I bought a car. Then I requested for the key. By the time they gave me the key, ladies and gentlemen, they did not give me 1 key. They gave me 5. I said, why are you giving me 5 keys? They say, I don't need 5 spare keys. I don't need 4 spare keys. Why is it 5? He said, no, it's only one that can start the car. I said, what's the remaining 4 for? They said, one is for the driver's side, the other one is for passenger side, the remaining 2 is the one at the back and the boot. I said, why is all this? He said, it's just a minor problem. With 10K, you will fix it. I said, no problem. That's why I took the car key. I said, which one is the car key they show me? I started the ignition. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the first car that would go from 0 to 300. We did not leave one place. I said, why is this thing going by? He said, the car is eager to move. Move where? Why is the car eager to move? When the owner has not started, he said, there is no, I should not worry. With 10K, with just a minor problem. With 10K, I will fix it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how I started to on the AC. By the time I on AC and radio is working. So it's the thing that you're using to increase the AC, is the same thing you're using to change the station in the radio. I'm like, why is this thing working together? He said, because the owner don't have time. So you have connected the two together. I said, what's going on? I pressed the on. Only for me to press the on, I noticed that the on and the wiper are working together. I said, why is on and wiper working? He said, remember that I told you the first owner is from Canada. So it's because of their weather. Anytime you press on, it's because there's too much snow on the windscreen. I said, what is it? He said, don't worry, with 20K, you fix it. So he said, patapata, with 100K, I'll fix all the minor problems. Ladies and gentlemen, I said, no problem. That's how I drove the car. On getting to my roundabout, I now missed my turn, only for me to put it on reverse. And I noticed that the guy is doing it's not going, it's doing I now call, I said, hello, Tunji, I'm trying to reverse. I put it on Larry. He said, Larry, why did you tell me that you will reverse? I said, if somebody bike, I will not reverse again. He said, the reverse is manual. I said, what do you mean is manual? He said, you will put it on reverse, you will come down and push it to the back. I said, what's all this trouble? He said, don't worry, it's just a minor problem. Now with another 10K, they will fix the gear. I said, no problem. Ladies and gentlemen, after I reverse, I move. As I go to the filling station that they know I always bring K to. When I entered the filling station, the guy looked at me and was like, how much fuel? I said, in your life, don't ask me how much. When you see a Prado, fill up, just fill up. The guy, I got noticed the petrol attendant went around first time, second time, third time. By the fourth time, I wonder. I said, please, if you don't know where the fuel tank of a Prado is, ask the owner. Me to the owner. I come down, went around first time, second time. By the 5th time, I called the owner. I said, hello, Tunji, you are at the filling station now. We have been looking for the fuel tank for the past 10 minutes. He said, Larry, open your boot. I said, what's in the boot? He said, you find the 50-liter keg there. I said, what's inside the keg? He said, that's your fuel tank. I said, what's all this from? He said, it's just a minor problem. Ladies and gentlemen, as they were putting the phone, he said, make sure you meet him with NGO. I said, hey, is it generator? He said, hey, somebody that buy Prado is not better than his neighbor. He's a better past my neighbor. That's why I bought it, I bought it. I said, is that all? He said, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I got home. And as a typical Yoruba man, I did not want my neighbors to know that I bought car. So I now decided to close the driver's side. As I noticed, I closed the driver's side, passenger side open. I closed the passenger side, the boot open. I closed the boot, the two door at the back open. Ladies and gentlemen, me that I don't want my neighbor to know. And when I went to meet them, come on, we are bike car. Come on, hold on one door, everybody. What you need to hear, one be like no. And everybody now hold on one door. At the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, 8, boy. That was the way we closed the car. As I closed the car, I went to bed. I dreamt that car was chasing me. I dreamt that car was chasing me. I was entering everything, car was chasing me. Ladies and gentlemen, the next day, I said I should take the car to go and show my mother. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever drive car and you are envying somebody that is on the wheelchair? I was driving the car and I saw this man on the wheelchair. He's going back by himself. He's coming forward by himself. I said, "This is somebody that can reverse. See me, see my life. I have to come down and push it." Ladies and gentlemen, as I got home that day, I've never been that frustrated. When I got home, I just said, you know what? Let me just go to church. As I went to my friend's church, when I got there, the pastor was preaching. The pastor said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to give a provoking offering unto the Lord." He said it again, you are here, you will give a provoking offering unto them. When I hear provoking, I look at my whole life. There's nothing more provoking than that Prado that I just bought. That's how I raised the car key. The man of God said, don't let the devil use you, just bring it forward. Bring it forward, bring it forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I took my Prado key. As he was saying, don't let the devil, I said, devil cannot use this one. This is devil I'm moving. I want to put him in the hand of Jesus so that Jesus will heal him. That's how the pastor said, let me kneel down, let me pray for you. As I'm kneeling down, I say, Pastor, you too kneel down. He said, why? I said, you too, you will need this prayer that you will pray for me. He said, you will go places and say amen. You too will go places. He said, you go from nation to nation and say amen. You too go from nation to nation. He said, no, you will not be caught. I said amen. You too will not be caught. Ladies and gentlemen, I dropped the car key. I left. Only for me to get home, I see 61 missed call. It was my pastor that called me. He said, brother Larry, is that you? I said, yes. He said, the man of God has been at the filling station for the past 20 minutes. You are looking for the fuel tank. I said, Daddy, open the boot. You will find a 50-liter keg there, use it. It's your fuel tank. He said, what? He said, what's all this rubbish? Is it a car or a shrine? I said, by the grace of God, it is not a shrine. It's just a minor problem. He said, and why is the horn working with the wiper? I said, that too is just a minor problem. He said, what's all this minor problem? Is that not a major problem? I said, Daddy, don't worry. The Lord will use it and the car will be touched. Ladies and gentlemen, I slept on Sunday afternoon. By the time I woke up at 4 o'clock, I just noticed I saw 128 missed call. It was my pastor that called me. This time my pastor did not call ordinary. He shouted. He said, Larry, is that you? I said, yes, sir. He said, you are trying the man of God. If I be a man of God, I said, sir, wait, are you trying to cause? He said, wait, no. Is this an offering or a sacrifice? Let me know which one you drop. I said, sir, what's going on? He said, the man of God is on Third Mainland Bridge. The steering is in my hand. I cannot find the car again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I was just enlightening us. I believe you deserve a round of applause. Put your hands together for yourself. And like Mr. Ayola just said, it's time for us to rethink. It's time for us to reminisce on everything that we've seen today. The marriage is a project that would stand. All we need is your cooperation. All we need is your support. All we need is your go ahead. Whatever you add to it is value added. You are important to us. That's why you're gathered here. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, I believe the marriage deserve a round of applause. Please put your hands together for the marriage resort.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you have been entertained, a round of applause for Larry J. Come on, you're not clapping like you have a good time. All right, at this point, without wasting our time, we'll call on Mr. Olarewaju again. This time he's coming for the investment offering for the Maris Resort. Please, a round of applause for him. While he's coming, I just want to recognize the presence once again of Mr. Hakeem Oguniron, one of the leading brands in the real estate sector. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you. CEO of Xenia Realty Company Limited.
Thank you so much. So, Thank you so much for your time thus far. So joining me for this offering will be the Chief Financial Officer of the company and the person of Mr. Olushola Levi. Please come forward. So, like I always say every time, there is people, there is project. There is people before project. So without people, this cannot come to fruition. And as I was walking around Transcorp this morning, I saw a quote by the chairman of Transcorp, and it says that for Nigeria to achieve its destiny, both the public and the private have to work together for us to be able to realize the potential of this nation. So, collaboratively, putting up one front, we can bring this to life and reintroduce Nigeria to the world. This is capable of reintroducing Nigeria to the world. But can we do this alone? The answer is no. We need everybody to join us to ensure this comes to fruition. And we have come to the Mary's offering. So, Mr. Olushola, over to you.
Thank you, my MD, and thank you everyone for being here today. I would just like to say that Demaris, being the first of its kind, in the investment circle they call it the first movers advantage, which is what we really want to tap into right now. And we are sure that over time, people with their own unique ideas will also come into that investment space. But before they come, we would have already taught them how to do it. So you being here today, I would want to say a big thank you and also tell you what the investment opportunities we have for you is. So Demaris, our plan is to raise a total of about $12 million to complete the project. But the first phase in itself, we are planning to raise about 7.5 billion naira in a debt, and it is actually a secured private note issuance project to fund that project. It's a collaboration between the group GMH Lottery and Demaris Beach Resort, which is going to be a subsidiary under them. And it's being an asset-backed venture, in collaboration with Meristem Trustee, means that we have also added another layer of risk management to ensure that your funds are safe. It means that as a trustee, they are the ones that are actually going to ensure that the property which we have is backing this investment completely is secured and ensures that if this project eventually, which we do not feel is not going to, that is, we are not able to raise the total fund, the asset in itself, they can provide us funds in which we are going to do this project. Also, we have a solicitor to the fund, G. Adelani solicitor, and the tenure in itself is a 24 months program. What we need, everybody here already know what we need the fund for, is to raise working capital to inject in the construction. Every single penny, in collaboration with the project team and Savant, is going to be used and it's not going to pass through the GMH group. This is to ensure that accountability of each fund is maintained throughout the project, and also value for money. Interest rate is going to range between 25 and 40%. I'm sure some financial experts here will be saying that 40% is quite huge, but when we compare it with the current NPR and inflation, I'm sure that 40% is a lot doable. I can assure you also, we have done our models, we have done the feasibility studies to ensure that this project in itself does not even come close to failure. The frequency of payment is going to be biannual, and in conjunction with Coronation Merchant Bank, we have ensured that an account is going to be opened, and those interests are going to be domiciled on a regular basis to ensure that your payment is going to be done on time. The security address is at Ikeja. You can see the address and you can verify it yourself. So basically, what we try to do is to also inform the public that what we have to offer here has little to do with, especially when it has to do with the fiduciary duties of the funds which we have provided. Is going to be used 100%, 200% if possible on this project in itself. The group also is going to be putting its own money into the project, and definitely we want it successful. So the projected revenue, we have two forms of revenue types, and they are based on subscriptions type of revenue and the usual hospitality, that is those who come on one-off projects. So what we have done now during our feasibility studies is that we know, based on other projects around it, what we are expecting individually. We know that people spend in Nigeria now about $2,500 individually, dollars individually on every trip. And we plan that a minimum of 10,000 people are going to visit this resort on a yearly basis. So on year one, we are expecting that 18 billion is going to be made using 40% occupancy rate for the villa and a subsequent 25% increase every year. So on year two, we are expected to make 21.3 billion. Year 3, 25.2 billion. Year 4, 29.7 billion. Year 5, 35 billion. And based on our simulation, we should be able to start breaking even by year 3, which makes it easier to actually return your money. Again, not written here is that by year 3, our plan is to actually list this project to ensure that whatever money, if you want to retain and you have confidence in that project, you can retain your money, not as debt now, but as equity. And also it will be listed to actually retain the value of your money. Definitely, over time, the value is going to increase. and so is your investment as it goes on. And meanwhile, it's also going to be listed on a recognized, starting from the NASD and eventually going to the floor of the NGX in the next 5 to 6 years. So, how do we invest, and what form of other incentives do we give to ensure that we keep your long-term interest in our project? One is that we are going to have 3 kind of subscription-based or incentive. One is if you can have a minimum investment of 250 million, we term it as silver subscription. You are going to get 25% in the first month of that value, the first 12 months rather, of that value, and 30% in the second 12 months. You know, we are using a 24-year tenure basis. And additional incentives is that you now start receiving 10 million naira each every year for 10 years basis, ending 10 years after. This is to ensure that you being a part of this project, you continue to receive a form of motivation from the receivables, either it's local or foreign in nature. Meanwhile, we are also going to give you additional benefit in kind, which is a 1-week free stay determined by you. So this is also for you to be able to pass the information on that what I have invested in, have partaken, and futuristically you know that you are not going to lose your investment based on your personal experience. So the second level is a gold level. So if you are able to invest 500 million and above, you fall under the gold level. First 12 months, we plan to give 30% interest. The second 12 months, without you taking your money back, 35%, and additional incentives of 20 million for the next 10 years, and 1 week free stay annually for 10 years, and an additional 1 week 50% discounted for that 10 years again. Again, giving you that feel that, okay, my investment is not going to be lost. For the platinum level, 1 billion minimum investment, 35%, 40% the second year, 40 million each for the next 10 years, and 15 days annually free stay. So we believe that with this incentive, okay, some people might say that this is not visible, but we have crunched the numbers. We are not only using revenue as a case of return. We are also looking at the capital acquisition that is going to come out from it, which ensures that one way or the other, by the time shares are being sold to people, money is going to come eventually, which ensures that your funds are always going to be returned. So, putting this into consideration, I would just say that happy investing. We have numerous backers, good names, who will ensure that your investment is not lost. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Missioner. So before we go into the answer and question,
Can you please go back to the projected revenue? The first quarter of this year alone, Jamaica has witnessed over 1.3 million tourist travel. 1.3 million. This projected revenue is based on the fact that the Maris will witness 10,000 visitors. When the president of Britain, when he was talking, he said we should allow people that cannot afford the villas to also be able to be a day tripper at the resort, and that is actually built into this. So we are expecting 10,000 visitors. 25% of that are going to be the residents, the people that will be using the villas. Then 7,500 out of the 10,000 will be day trippers. That with a minimum spend of 200,000, they can visit the resort. They can do all the recreation, pay to do the sport and all of that. That is ramping up revenue actually for the resort. These figures are actually very, very conservative. So if you look at that, there is a beach club in Lagos as landmark. The only thing they have there is the beachfront and swimming pool. And to be a member is $10,000. To be a member of a Ikoyi club today is around 3 million. To be a member of Capital Club today is $7,000. A Capital Club is like a business club with a fine dining restaurant. We are offering you to be a member of the Maris Resort as a club. It's a resort, a spa, and a 9-hole golf course. And we are asking you to pay $5 million for subscription and $2.5 million for a yearly renewal. And the targeted numbers of members is just 1,000 members. I am sure, because the only thing that is certain in life is death, I am sure these numbers are going to be exceeded over a period of time. Beyond putting this beautiful edifice together, I made reference to Tinapa. The management is one of the most important part of this resort. We are currently in talk with the likes of Kempisky, Shangri-La, Marriott, to be a managing partner for the resort. Beyond the beautiful buildings, the beaches, people are coming to have experience. And it is the trend in this part of the world. If you build a new hotel today, by year 3, we are losing clients as a result of lack of proper management, deteriorating of the asset, the value proposition. People are no longer getting value for their money when they visit your place. Even with that trend that is common among the businesses, hospitality businesses, there are 3 significant brands that we've studied over the years. And we've discovered that they've not only been able to retain their clientele, they've also been able to increase their rates year in, year out, from their buffet to the room rate to every of other facilities. And you can say the Transcorp is one of them. The Eco Hotel and Suite is one of them. So if you look at all of these people together, put all of these names I mentioned, they have a management company in place to ensure that everything is running on time. They are not just going to say you should manage whatever you see. They are going to make sure you are able to come back and also refer them to people. And that is what this is about, because that is what is going to guarantee the cash flow of the business to be able to repay the investors. The layers to this, beyond the capital raise we are currently doing, we have multiple layers of investing model that this will go into. The first is what we are doing now. The project is $12 million. We are raising $7.5 billion. What that will do for us is the carcass of the project and the recreation area. Then we can approach BOI. BOI, they don't finance construction. They finance furnishing and finishing. The underwriting for this, when it's done, is $70 million, conservatively. That's the valuation, business valuation. So once the carcass is done, we can raise $30 billion to finish the project and pay down the primary investors. But because at the end of 24 months, we are going to pay down the primary investors. Then we'll complete the project. Then a flexible bank will step in because they don't finance construction. So they come in to take out DOI and give us a 10 years facility at a single digit rate. So with that, we'll not only have money to take out BOI, but we'll equally have money to run the business. Even at that, another thing that is worthy of note is the fact that this project, if you have a $70 million project in your hand, business valuation in your hand, you can do what they call real estate investment REIT. You can do a REIT and take the value of your cash flow upfront, and you can do that to a certain percentage of the valuation of the business. So the financial model of this is properly thought through. As I've said, we are starting from our base in Lagos to Abuja, which is the capital city. Then we'll take it to London and America for people in diaspora to be able to put funding into this. But we want our people to also benefit from this. So when they are reading out the figures, I am certain, I'm very sure, that this is a project that has come to stay. If not, we will not have gone ahead to involve people of high reputation, like the Savant, like the Coronation Merchant Bank. Coronation Merchant Bank is the second biggest merchant bank in Nigeria. They are not only the receiving bank, they are the financial advisor for the project. So what that means is the project cannot lack fund any day. There will always be fund. They believe in it so much, they've agreed to become the financial advisor of the project. And I spoke with the Vice President of Afrexim Bank. He's excited because this project is capable of bringing FX into the country, which we are looking for in every corner to ensure that our Naira is able to appreciate in value. So enough of the exploitation. I remember when I was showing this project to somebody, he said, this is not here. That he's planning to move over 30 people to Mykonos in Greece for his daughter 21 years old baby. Do you know what that means? Do you know what the capital flight that would do? The pressure that will further put on our Naira. I said, if you do that, you cannot spend less than $200,000. To move 30 people from Nigeria to Greece, you cannot spend less than $200,000. Imagine if that $200,000 is 10 in Nigeria. And that was why I said earlier on, and I will continue to reiterate it. If Jewish community circulate their funds 12 times among themselves, and the Indian community circulate their funds 10 times among themselves, and we the Africans, we cannot even circulate our funds 2 times, and we are saying Naira will become 1 to 1 to dollar, then we are living in a delusion. It's the truth. And that is why we are taking the bull by the horn. We are appealing to the general public, people that are here most importantly. Beyond the complaint, what are we doing to better our lives? Because guess what? We are the biggest believer of our dream. If you don't develop our nation, if you don't work together to actualize the dream, the vision, and the destiny of this country, no one, and I mean no one, is going to do it for us. If you don't believe in the vision of Nigeria, no one is going to buy into our vision. So the vision starts with us, Nigerians. Thank you so much, everyone. So, if question and answer now. Thank you so much, sir.
Well, first of all, congratulations. This is a dream. I've said for many years, this is something that's missing from the market here. And you guys are stepping in the right direction. So really nice. I haven't seen the details of it yet, but from what I can see here, it's really first class. So enough with the sugar, let me put you on the spot a bit now. Could we just go on the previous slide when you mentioned the repayments? Just quickly. I have a question or two there. And the question is as follows. You mentioned the repayment of year one. And of course, the income of year one of 18 billion, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So at the very bottom, you have here domiciliation of all receivables from the operational cash flow. What is the gap between breaking ground and start of operations? Because if there's a moratorium period from the investor side, say, okay, here's 1 year moratorium, don't pay, because you need to build the bloody thing first, right? So how do you intend to cover that gap? Especially when you say first year we'll give you back this much. And that's my basic question. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Okay, so Demaris is a subsidiary of a group, a GMH group, a company that is valued over 50 billion. We have a receivables between now and another 12 months of over 20 billion. So what I would do is the fact that because we have to be conversant with the market appetite, we Nigerians don't put our money in a long-term version, short term. So even with this 24 months, so it's from those receivables that we are going to do the year one payment. The project cycle for this project is 24 months. So the project cannot earn any money until year 3. So, and that is where the BOI and the affection comes into play. So if you take 7.5 billion now, at the end of year 1, we'll start the process of drawing down on the BOI facility. That is what we are going to use to pay down at the end of 24 months, both the interest and the principal at the end of the 24 months. And that is why affection is so important and the unit is equally so important. So if affection for some reason they can't go ahead, we'll move to it. We can go and discount, then we can dilute. Because by that time, with a tier 1 hotel management in place, we can approach the international market to say, yes, we have this business valuation from KPMG and PwC. We can discount about 30%. We can dilute to the tune of 30%. If this business worth $70 million, if we do 30%, that is $21 million. I don't see what we are holding here. The business is, the cost of construction is $12 million. So the financial model is have enough buffer to withstand whatever shock and whatever contingency that may arise. And that is why we have kept the cost of construction in dollars for stability purposes. Thank you so much. Over, I've been able to answer the question, sir. Any other question?
Just in addition, that is for accounting purposes. Whatever the input of GMH Luxury is going to be is part and parcel of its equity into this business. So it's not like it's bringing out its $3 billion just at once. So it's just part and parcel of the evaluation.
All right, if anybody have any questions, please signify by raising your hand and walk up to your hand to the microphone. Thank you.
Good afternoon. According to your explanation, in 5 years, all investors will be paid.
No, in 2 years.
In 2 years?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, this project is investors are not shareholders.
Yes. They are primary, we start them as primary investors.
Investors,
yes.
Not shareholders.
Not shareholders. Yes. We are not diluting that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So I think that question was like a precursor for me. Is there any reason why you are not taking equity options for this transaction?
Okay. Let me quickly answer that. So the truth of the matter is just that this is still a baby, and we are trying as much as possible to ensure that the decision-making process is as fast as possible, and that is why we are not diluting it. We are not taking up equity. We want to build this. We want people. Nigerian market response is very simple. They see to believe. They don't believe to see. So we want to do this, and now tell the investing public to come into this.
Another thing is, if we dilute now, we'll be selling ourselves for cheap. What is the valuation of the company as of today? It's just the land asset of the Maris. So we don't want to dilute. So it's a decision that.
So I mean, sorry that I'm asking.
No problem.
There might be potential investment, right?
Yes.
So you're treating this as, I thought you said this was a subsidiary of GMH, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so at the Maris level, it's still corporate financing that you're looking at. You're not taking this as a. Now the reason is because we all know how the market is, right?
Yes.
Leveraging at 25 to 40%. I mean, just a suggestion from my end. There are several equity options that you can look at. Okay. You know, you've talked about REITs, right? Which I think even though you're not generating rental income now, is something that you can look at. There is also SEC license for crowdfunding. Okay, the Securities and Exchange Commission are giving out a license for crowdfunding. It's also something that you can look at. So, because leveraging this type, I mean, trust me, in 2 years, it's tough. We all do real estate. You know, to deliver this in 2 years is tough. So, I'm suggesting that you guys, you know, fantastic project. You know, I mean, I'm already looking at what the potential of this project would be. But I think in delivery, you might just want to take, you know, a look at some equity options that does not put you, that doesn't choke you, you know. That's just my suggestion.
Thank you so much. The financial expert will look into that.
All right. Do we have any other questions?
Sorry, just in addition to what the MD has said, there is going to be an auction eventually in the medium term, giving those who have participated in this program in an opportunity to leave their funds now as equity. So it's more like though at the beginning you are not going to sign a contract that it's going to be equity, but we can assure you that in the next 3, after the project has definitely commenced, we are putting a lot of pressure on ourselves, because we know that this project, if we collect money as equity now, that pressure that if we do not meet the 2 years, this thing will be off us, because again the cost of funds is reduced, and that is why we are actually giving a premium to that effect on the interest rate. So if you look at all the risk management steps that we have put into place, definitely you see that we are considering the investors also. We are saying that, okay, put your funds, get a return, and in the next 3 to 4 years, you have the opportunity to actually turn this investment into equity and be a partner in the future. Thank you.
Yeah, I just, congratulations, first of all, great project. I just want to make a suggestion. On the membership for the club, I'd like to suggest that you probably look at life membership for young men like us.
Okay, sir. That will be doing later, sir.
All right, do we have any other questions?
Yes.
Good afternoon, all. Congratulations. Looking at, we're just looking for between 8 and 30 investors, given what from silver.
Yes.
So why are you just looking for a few investors? Why not spread it a little bit so that you don't have a situation where you can't get those big tickets? But if you look at from 50 million, for example, I think that will assist in bringing more investors into the project. Thank you.
Sir.
Okay, yeah, I think we will find a way to consider that. The truth is that the modeling we have done now is just a private. We do not want the crowd. Number one, because if people are too much, you will require an additional long time in order to source these funds. Like, for instance, I was the ND of an issuing house, so I know all the regulatory requirements for crowdfunding. It's now going to fall under that regulation, which we don't want to. It's going to take 2 years in order for us to get a license in order to do it. So why do something that is going to take so long when you only have 2 years to deliver this project? So that is why we have limited the investments to a large portion. Yes, we'll think about it and we'll get back to the point.
Okay, well done, fantastic project, well done guys, especially the architecture, well designed. I love what you guys are doing here. My question is simple: how does the current ownership structure and financial strategy align with the long-term goal of the results, particularly in terms of growth and scalability?
Okay, that's a wonderful question. So you are talking about sustainability. So the truth of the matter is just that beyond the beautiful edifices I've said, there's going to be a management company in place. Management company, hotel management company to manage this, and the minimum you sign with them is 10 years, plus another 10 years, automatic renewal, which makes it 20. Do you understand? So that means that there is a long-term projection in terms of the management. Then Coronation Marshall Bank is the receiving and the financial advisor for this project. So what that implies is the fact that to be able to scale, we are starting with Nigeria. This is going to be, the marriage is going to be a template that will replicate along the coast of even West Africa and extended to East Africa and the world at large, as long as the marriage is concerned. So with the hotel management structure in place, with Coronation Marshall Bank as financial advisor, I think sustainability. So we are not looking at today, we are looking at that sustainability. We are looking at that tomorrow. And that's why I said that if you have a business that worth $70 million in your hand, and you take it to international market to get a better fund. Because the truth of the matter is just that what's the bane of real estate in this country is lack of what I call lack of suitable funding model for real estate. And if you look into the bank's book today and look at the toxic loans they have, 70% of that will be real estate because of the volatility that is happening. Anyone that has consummated a project in 2021, 2022, and you are still on that project today, you are at 70-75% cost of money. There is no contingency plan that can take care of that. It's a big problem. So there is no way you are not going to be defaulting on your financial obligation. There is no magic except for share of grace. So all of this put together, that's why we are going with a very reputable brand. Coronation Marshall Bank, apart from being the second biggest in Nigeria, followed by which is only following Rand Marshall Bank. They have 30 years of impeccable reputation in the marketplace. So that means we are good and as far as financial modeling and advice is concerned for this project. So scaling is part of today. It's something we are planning this moment. If not, we will not go to such a finance house to be our financial advisor. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, India. I think you've done a good job of trying to explain this project. And by the way, I must also say very big congratulations to you for what you've done. They say, I think it's good that I said it's good thinking, you eventually end up with a good product. But let me highlight the point that was raised by one of my friends here. Honestly, I think, given the experience we have in this industry and in this country, I think that 2 years for this project is quite very tight, to be quite honest. 2 years is, honestly, you must be a magician to be able to deliver this. I mean, I wish you well, but I think that you should look at the model that actually extends the timing. And having said that, I need to understand, when is your time zero for this project? Because when you say 2 years, is it 2 years from today? Or is it 2 years from January? Or is it 2 years from, so I think that point, maybe you said it before I stepped in. And lastly, I will also advance that while you do not intend to do debt, to do some form of equity at this point in time, you should also look at the possibility of convertible, meaning that people can actually come in first as you have a debt first, and then at some point begin to look at moving it onto equity. And I think that will make a clearer, more sense. And it may, for some investors, it may be more attractive to them to say, I'm earning interest at this point, but at some point I also have the capacity or the potentials of actually becoming an equity owner of this business. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that wonderful question. So I'll start from the last question. So there is actually an equity conversion. So you can convert your debt. The primary investors can convert their debt into equity. But it's not going to be obligatory. It's not mandatory. It's by choice that you believe in the project so much that you want to convert your debt to equity. So that is one to it. So talking about the 2 years timeline, the tallest building here is 3 upper floors, ground plus 3. So, and the good thing about this project is the fact that we can actually open in phases. So the project can start generating revenue even when it's partly completed. And what do I mean by that? If you look at the layout here, from the Gentle Water, from the Lagos Lagoon, you have the operation to the side, and you have the clubhouse. So you have the 1 and 2 level. Then this is completely detached from the rest of them. So the first phase is actually to deliver the operation area, the clubhouse, and the carcasses of the villas. And we can actually open them to the public. Then another thing we are trying to do for this project is to properly document this project. And how do we document this? By using the movie, the music, and high-level influencing to put this on the map of the world. We'll start to whet the appetite of people even while this is ongoing. Just like they did for the Marina Sand Bay in Singapore, doing the construction. The construction documentary of Marina Sand Bay in Singapore is on the YouTube. So you can try to see how it's been built from the foundation to when the swimming pool is installed at the 61st floor. So, same thing for the Burj Al Arab and Burj Khalifa. So the same thing is what you expect for the marriage. Same thing. So we are going to open in phases, actually. So, and we are equally taking cognizance of the fact that we are also pressed for time. We are very much aware, and we are doing everything humanly possible to ensure we are able to deliver this project on time. I can stand here and say today that no project in this country has been delivered on time. No single development company in Nigeria is delivering project to time. But the time at which they deliver is what makes the difference in the marketplace. So what we are trying to do, and I went for an exhibition late last year, and I was talking with one of the representatives of the development company, and I asked that has there been any time that you fail to deliver your project to time? He said even during COVID, they were able to deliver the time. And she took me through the process of how they were able to pull that off. One of the fundamentals why we are able to deliver the project to time in this country is not only for the funding model alone. Sometimes is I would say that is the lack of manpower required to do one per time. It's a serious problem. Even if you buy your tile at 50,000 per square meter and it's not properly laid, it's a waste. The value is gone. So we are not paying attention to that problem yet, and it's the problem of the service queue. Our people are not gifted to pay attention to details. They are not. And that's why you begin to see Lebanese doing POP works in Nigeria. It's a big problem. To get a good plan, people that will do rendering for you have to go as far as Togo. Now, our currency is so weak, they don't even want to come. To get a good tiler, you are looking at Ghana, Republic of Benin, Togo. Everybody wants to go to our institution. Nobody wants to go to technical school to go and learn one trade or the other. But this is actually, there is a serious demand for this workforce at the level I'm talking about. I'm not talking of Baba Sikira just trying to do a building. I'm talking of tier 1 level construction details. It's a big problem to see good craftsmanship of semi-skilled. There is a big problem. In fact, they are recycling workforce. The tier 1 construction company are recycling workforce. The tilers, the bricklayers, they are recycling them because how many of them are in the market? How many people are learning bricklaying? So, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I noticed one part of the question that you missed out. Okay, as part of the model, we are supposed to start construction by 1st of October this year. And however, we have also put a lag time of 3 months. That is why when we were mentioning first year, second year, we did not prorate. We are mentioning 12 months, right? So, meaning that commencement is going to most likely going to be on 1st of January. It's the holiday period. Then why do we think we are going to meet up with the 2 years construction plan? Technical terms, learning curve. This is an organization that is delivering G+8 buildings within 2 to 3 years. So this again, he mentioned that the highest building there is a 3 G+3. So we already know we have the resources, we have the human resources. The only thing that is limited is the financial resources. And if after this we have an oversubscription for instance, I can assure you we will deliver. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for him. And the CEO of GMH Luxury, Mr. Ayala Larry, could you be giving us details of what this project entails? Please, a round of applause for him once again. While he was in that breakdown, a lot of special guests walked in. We'd like to recognize their presence. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Panos Papanastasio, the Group MD of City Gate Homes. Please, a round of applause for him. I also want to recognize the presence of Mr. Dayo Adigbite, CEO Davas Group. A round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I think he stepped out. Please help me with a round of applause for the Honorable Dr. Rosalie Hamilton, Honorable Consulate Jamaica to Sierra Leone. A round of applause for her, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. Also help me welcome Dr. Gretchen. She is a psychologist from Jamaica. Please, a round of applause. I also want to recognize Dr. Key Dele, USA, International Diaspora Engagement Relations. Please, a round of applause for her. Thank you.
All right. We want to once again welcome you all, and thank you so much for coming. For those who joined us while we started, and when we started, I believe you've gotten more than enough information. And if we do have more questions, because I know even as I'm talking, some people are thinking and pondering in their mind like you have lots of questions. We have our CFO right there. He will be inside that booth. I don't know why he's in a booth, but he will be in a booth just so to answer some of our questions. And I'm really impressed, having traveled for having gone for lots of tours around, I've been to Tokyo, I've been to America, I've been to lots of resorts due to my job. I love my job. I'll travel, I'll go. It's me that will go there, it's me that will enjoy myself. There's a point in your life when you think your father is rich, and then when you now go out, then realize your dad is very poor. I'm just saying I should put it out there. Yeah. My father has a house. He built a fantastic resort in our village. He forgot to put toilet and bathroom. So yeah, the resort have come to face me and face you resort. Yeah. But yeah, that's just on a lighter note. But ladies and gentlemen, At this point, we'll be switching to a very important part. We'll be having the vote of thanks. But before we do that, we'll be having goodwill message from our special guest. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are so honored to have you here. We were expecting this. Lord, thank you for making it down despite the hurdles. Thank you so much.
Honorable Dr. Rosalie Hamilton, please a round of applause for her as she comes with her goodwill message. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. I bring greetings from the Caribbean tourism Mecca, Jamaica, and I want to congratulate the team for this phenomenal development that I see here. You know, when tourism contributes about 12% of GDP to Jamaica, but in fact, it is our major foreign exchange earner. And so it is an important part of our economy. I want to just say a few words though on the shifting that is taking place. Traditionally, tourism was built on this kind of fabulous destination. So when tourism come, they're wooed, they're overwhelmed with just a beautiful country, beautiful beaches, fabulous destination. And repeat visits are an important part of the income stream of the development. But more recently, over the past few years, that vision of the tourism product is expanding to more heritage tourism, diaspora tourism, the recognition that in our case in Jamaica, half of our population lives overseas. We're a small population, only 3 million, but we have another 3 million in the diaspora. And during COVID, it became very evident that what kept the tourism industry going was diaspora Jamaicans returning home. And now we're increasingly reaching out to the African continent to capture some of that heritage tourism. What is important about heritage tourism is that the attraction of the destination exists before the tourist comes to your country. The Caribbean, we only are 3 million, but it's 45 million of us across the Caribbean. And we all, with very few exceptions, have roots on the continent of Africa. So that's your market. And we all want to come. And I want to say something specific about my relationship with Sierra Leone and Nigeria. About 1795, Maroons, these are the enslaved Africans who were never enslaved. We were taken as enslaved Africans, but we were never enslaved on the plantations. They were taken by force by the British to Nova Scotia. And they spent a few years, hostile environment, and then the British took them to Sierra Leone, 1800s. And I must say, only 2 days ago, I went to Badagry, and I saw and read about your Bishop Crowther, who came from Sierra Leone. And it was interesting, the timing, because the ships that left Nova Scotia was about 1800. And so he would have been part of that Caribbean exodus to Sierra Leone that came back to Nigeria. That's an amazing story that most of us don't know. In fact, I came last year in December, I was here, went to one of your plays, and I was understanding that a lot of Lagosians have their roots in Sierra Leone. Didn't know that. So that was a whole learning experience for me. That history is rich, it's important, and it's not just about deepening those connections and building on a connection that already exists, but it's also creating new opportunities for the future. Because you can enhance this tourism product. AI is doing a lot. There are all kinds of products that can be used to enhance tourism, like your Nollywood and all kinds of other kinds of creative things. I've seen your fashion, I'm taken aback. We've been going shopping. We've been going shopping, it's been insane, because your fashion here is fabulous. And so I make that point to say, it's not just tourism, tourists going to a destination, but it's building a whole ecosystem. that will sustain and support your tourism product, and it will definitely yield economic benefits to your country. I want to thank you for welcoming us here in your country. This is her first time in Nigeria and in Africa, and my friend Dr. Gretel typifies the diasporans who want to come home and would be very happy in this kind of luxury environment, but importantly, you will find repeat visits. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can make it louder for her.
It's an amazing speech, by the way. I really enjoyed it. And you remind me so much of my own mother. Like, she's always telling me the history I don't know about. But thank you for letting us know how many ships came and packed people. Thank you so much. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, there is something I love about Jamaicans, is the fact that they are a set of people that are always proud to be African anywhere in the world. I have quite a number of Jamaican friends, and I'm seeing you now. I feel like taking a picture and posting it to them, see, I'm here with you all. You understand? Because they are always, and our MDC said something. He was talking about the Jewish people. I had a conversation with a Jewish person. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, that a Jewish person would prefer to be robbed by a Jewish thief than to be robbed by another country? If an ordinary person who is not a Jew come to rob them, they can die for that cause. But if a Jewish person come to rob them, it's still our money. Take it. They will be happy. And I've never seen, when I heard that thing, I'm like, Nigeria can never be like that. I'm worried that you rob me. No, it's only here in Nigeria that you buy sardine in traffic and you find pomo inside. Yeah, we are very, well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are just here to celebrate and, appreciate each other as Africans. And I thank you so much, ma'am, for coming over, as in knowing about this, and I believe we'll all grow together.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we have come to the end of this occasion. The unveiling of the Maoris result. Please, a round of applause for yourselves for being a part of history. Like one of them said, everyone who has been here today will be in the history books of this company. Please put your hands together for yourselves again. I want you to know that the conversation does not end here. As we go out for lunch, please talk to somebody, exchange numbers, broker deals, and of course, let it continue. Thank you very much once again for taking our time out of your busy schedule to be in this place today.
Okay, and also I'd like to add to what he has said, and what our MDCEO mentioned. He said they'll be having another meeting like this in America and in the UK. So if you have friends in diaspora who you love for them to be a part of it, just see one of them, just see the CEO or see the CFO, and then we can get details just so they can actually be a part of it. So thank you very much.
All right, we also want to pass this important information. It doesn't end here, and it does not end today. We'll be here tomorrow, next tomorrow, and Saturday. There'll be one-on-one interactions, exhibitions will be going on in this place. So please make our time to be here. It does not end today. Tomorrow, next tomorrow, and Saturday. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Will you please rise? May we rise up? Ushers, is our lunch ready? Is our lunch ready? Sorry, before we rise, just take your seats. I'd like to call on the Chief Financial Officer, Shola Afolabi, once again for the vote of thanks. Please, a round of applause for him.
A round of applause, please clap, please clap. We are so sorry for making you stand.
Thank you all. I stand on all existing protocol and I'm a man of few words, and we in GMH we prefer actions to words. So we just want to wish everyone here a safe trip back home. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, in front of the brochure you've been given, there was a commitment from right on the first page. So if you want to be a part of this, if you want to be a part of this fantastic dream and vision, we actually implore you to please fill that, and then you can hand it over to our CFO. We gladly receive them. And if you have more questions, you can always come over and ask. Ladies and gentlemen, just on the first page, just right in front. Yes, thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end for today's occasion. Thank you very much for being a part of it once again. My name is Ben Dodo Oche, and also the pianist has been Emmanuel Roberts. Thank you very much.